We've got basketball action from New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Pelicans, here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Bucks. And they were still in that one right up to the end, guys, but lost by a couple of buckets.
Just didn't like the energy level in that one, and that offensive execution also was lacking.
Well, they made a few shots, Reg, but just wildly inconsistent.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. Johnson and Harris are at the forward spots. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Johnson goes in, and it's Drummond missing. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Stolen by Jackson. And they're moving it up. And slam dunk by Harris.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harris has got his second bucket of the night. Hey, Brent, right off the bat, we're already seeing several big-name rookies struggle a little bit. Talk about the adjustment going from being the star player, the guy on your college team, to becoming, initially at least, a contributor in the NBA.
I think it's difficult, the mental adjustment for a player to come to practice and do all the things to prepare for a practice and then work extra either before or after practice, Kevin, and then go to a game, put on your uniform, and sit. It's just not something that they're used to. They haven't done.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Outside for Davis. Over Harris. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Moore. Davis has got his first points of the night.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Here's Bradley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for New Orleans. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Cunningham. Allen comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Nelson is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Detroit, John Lure, he's checked in for Johnson. Langston Galloway comes in for Bradley. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Nelson dishes to Cousins. Good, and a nice assist from Nelson.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Cousins with the second effort. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. Davis has got the ball.
Offensive side of the floor.
And here's New Orleans now. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Lure sets the pick for Smith. Passes it to Galloway. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet great to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been 1 or 2 pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while they're...
Marjanovic. No good with the layup. Davis drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got 10 points. And so it's New Orleans.
Quick, bro, quick.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Cunningham's checked in. And then for Detroit, Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Lure. And Bradley subbed in for Ish Smith.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Andre Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Tobias Harris comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Langston Galloway. Here's Drummond.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Jackson drives in. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Harris outside. And the rejection by Cousins. Holiday goes in. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here." Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Jackson passes to Brantley. Lets it go with a 3. The Pistons with a fresh 24. Johnson against Moore. Taken away by Holiday. Nelson kicks to Cousins. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Johnson. Here's Drummond. Got a piece of it. Moore with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Knocks it loose.
Come on.
And with more talent, you think the Pelicans have a chance, Brent, to step their offense up this season?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think the amazing part about last year is that the Pelicans ended up sliding their way up into the top 10 defensively. That's an area where the likes of a team like the Denver Nuggets needs to make their improvement. Maybe between those two teams, they're battling to find their way into the postseason.
And that one's good. Cousins.
You're going to fall in there,
Defense
really.
looking at him like a Rubik's
He's
Cube.
definitely
They
gonna
cannot
fall in
figure
there.
him out. He continues to light them up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Kicks it out to Johnson. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Cousins has got away. New Orleans leading by 10. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Holiday and Moore, the guards. And it's Cunningham in at the 3 spot. That's the Pelicans 5.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Good on the shot.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half. And the Pistons right at the top of the NBA in terms of the highest percentage of their points coming from the mid-range. Almost 20% of their points coming from that area. You have to play to the strengths of your team, even in an ever-evolving game.
Career was progressing.
What's funny, Kevin, I can't get away from it. I'm sitting next to you now and we're watching basketball. So,
I know it. There it is.
The advantage, I think, is just absorbing all of that stuff. Maybe on a subconscious level that you're taking in everything about what the profession was going to represent for you. Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And here's Johnson outside. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Too little.
Here's Davis. Some solid defense from Harris.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
And Drummond kicks to Bradley. Back to Drummond. It's stolen by Davis. Cousins with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Cousins, no good.
Oh, man.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it, beginning this half 1 of 5.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Bradley. And another 3 for Detroit.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key. Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Drummond with a screen on Holiday. It's Jackson.
Oh,
with the
good
drive.
take, bro.
And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
Alvin Gentry plucked away from the Warriors staff that won a title in 2015, and he was an assistant coach there. He sees the opportunity to take over his own team.
Relax, babes.
Relax.
Relax.
For Detroit. Tolliver.
I'm about to come over there. Love you.
Nelson again.
I'm about to come over there and love you, babe.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Smith penetrating. Marjanovic, no good.
And you know what? You
You
can't
want me to
get
love
him
you?
on the screen, freeze him up beautifully, but he just fails to
Yeah, that's all.
capitalize.
You want me to love you? You want me to love you? You want me to love you?
He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Out to the right
Shoot it.
wing. And he banks in the layup.
What? That's a block, bro.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
From 12 feet out. And off the left side of the rim.
Yeah,
And it swirls in for him. Davis has got 8 here in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from
fouled.
close.
And from 18. Now Detroit moving it up. For 3. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Galloway. Galloway has got 5 now. Rondo kicks to Miller.
They ain't never catch me with that shit again, bro.
Separating the shot and game clock. And finished off by Davis.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
What?
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Yeah, the smaller defender there really not having a chance. That's where a big guy needs to rotate over and help.
Kicks it out to Allen. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for New Orleans. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points.
That's 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. 2 Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
And stolen by Drummond. And oh, here we go.
You want to take the lead?
Nobody back.
Hell no.
And
Oh,
slam dunk by Harris.
right.
Outside Bradley. Just
Okay,
fine.
okay,
And the lead by Cousins.
okay.
Jackson from long
Okay,
range.
baby.
Basket is good. The assist for Harris.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Okay.
And the Pelicans, Brett, had flirted with small ball. How's the fit between Cousins and Davis?
Well, it does help out that both of these guys are so talented and capable of shooting the basketball as big men. But I think AD plays better off the ball and not really force-feeding him. DeMarcus is just the opposite. He's got to have the ball in his hands to make plays. So we'll see how they end up working this thing out. They could still use some perimeter shooting because of the attention that these 2 big guys are going to draw on a nightly basis.
And Kevin, after being unable to find...
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Nice D from Cousins. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Jackson kicks to Bradley. Taken away by Holiday. He dishes it to Davis. Moore passes to Miller. It's stolen by Harris. Jackson with it. Here's the screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for Detroit.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Holiday. The drive by Jackson. And Drummond throws it down.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
32 seconds left in the game. Jackson against Holiday. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bradley can't get it to go. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice
You
steal
lucky,
and
my daughter.
elevation, Kevin, on the finish.
And Greg, nothing
You
spurs some
lucky,
quick
bro.
offense like
You
a
lucky.
great play
So lucky.
defensively.
It's my daughter,
Well, it
bro.
fires up your
6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Rondo. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Detroit with the W. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our Pelicans.